everyone, it's April here and I'm back with another Monkey Tries Art Supplies video. And today I am looking at these Cran D'ache neocolor to water-soluble wax pastel crayons, which is a bit of a mouthful. Basically they are water-soluble crayons and they come in this little tin which is packaged really nicely and with this little book which tells you kind of how to do it, and some little protective stuffing thing there so the pencils don't move around, which is nice. So this one here is only the 10 colour set, but on the website it says you can get up to 84 different colours. So literally every colour you could probably imagine, and then 3 more blues that you hadn't actually imagined. So first off, just doing the old classic swatch test, and these crayons, they are waxy because they're oil pastels, so they're waxy when you first put them on the page, and then when you use water with them they obviously work like a watercolour or some other form of water-soluble medium. So as you can tell from my rambling, this isn't a review. I don't really do reviews because I'm too lazy to really look into art supplies that much. So this is just kind of a monkey tries because I'm just trying it out. And I tried these little gradients here which were pretty fun to do, and then also I do a black and white one in a second. And another thing I tried was adding the water to the page first and then putting the pencil on the page, which kind of like cements it into the page, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like harder to waterify. So I guess those are the only 2 techniques I really used. But if you're looking for a more in-depth review, I'm sure if you search on YouTube or Google, you will find hundreds of people using these in a lot more cooler and interesting ways than this. This is just a simple little doodle. So going back to the old basics, a portrait, which I used to paint pretty much 80% of things that I drew were portraits. And I've gotten out of that a bit lately just because I'm trying to broaden my artistic skills and learn new things, so it's always nice to go back to portraits every now and then just to make sure I haven't forgotten how to draw a face. And the reason I got these Cran D'ache water-soluble oil pastels is because I went to an art shop with my friend to buy some art supplies for her because she's trying to get back into art, and I don't need anything right now. Like it was just my birthday, so I got some new paints and some markers and stuff, and I just don't need anything right now. So I was looking around the shop, and you know when you go into an art shop you just want to buy stuff, but I couldn't see anything I wanted. I wasn't going to get anything, and then I saw these, and I have seen these used before, or at least mentioned before, in things like authored books or art journals and things, so I thought it might be fun to give it a go. And I am not the type of person to use an oil pastel or a pastel of any kind. They are like my least favourite art supply, those and graphite pencils. But the only reason I picked these up is because they're water soluble, and I'm a sucker for anything that can be changed by water. Ice, watercolours, dirt can be changed into mud, so that's always a good one. You know, just anything that can be changed by water is just kind of like fun, really, isn't it? So as you can tell from this stage, I was kind of thinking, wow, this looks bad. And I really wanted to just kind of like give up at this point because, I mean, it looks like a hot mess. But then I go in with the old trusty pencil, and I think that's the only thing that saved this in the end was the pencil. I'm sure lots of other people can use these Cran D'ache Neo-Color to water-soluble wax pastel crayons on their own and make amazing artwork, but not me. I just kind of doodling with it and making a mess, really, which was quite fun actually. It was like really loose, and I knew that it wasn't going to turn out great because I was just using them for the first time, so it gives you a lot of freedom to just kind of like experiment and have fun. So the way they work actually was pretty interesting. So when you put them on, they were really waxy, like I mentioned earlier. So if you don't mix them with water, when you try and draw over them in a pencil or a pen, I use a gel pen later, you can't actually draw on top of them. It just kind of resists the pencil. So, but as soon as you put water on and you make it kind of water soluble like a watercolor, it has this really lovely matte finish and everything goes on really nice and smooth. So you can kind of use it in 2 different ways. Another thing that I mentioned earlier that I really noticed was if you wet the page first and then you draw on top of the wet page, the pencil like soaks into the page and it's really difficult to like blend it. So that's one thing to look out for. So at the end of the day, that was my little doodle, very colourful, not something I would normally do, but I actually quite like how it turned out in the end, and I'll probably use these in the future for backgrounds or even art journaling, something like that. I probably won't make it like a main part of my art supply, but it was really fun to try. So let me know if you have tried these in the past and any tips that you might have. And that is the end of the video today, so I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!